Be honest with me. How many of you have said, I am too old to learn a new language? If it is you, type me in the chat. And today, I am going to challenge that belief that, you say that I'm too old to learn a new language. And by the end of this live stream, I hope that you realize that your age isn't what is really holding you back. It is just your approach. I am your own host, Diana Mekubo, and today we are going to look at this topic where learning Swahili as an adult. Is it too late? And I'll tell you strongly that no, it is not too late, and you're not too old to learn this beautiful language. It's just that your approach that is making you to hold back a little bit. So let's dive in. But before we do that, tell me where you are watching us from, and I will give you a shout out. Let's proceed with our learning today. Now, why do you think an adult can actually decide to learn a new language? Or no, actually, let's based on the Swahili language. Why do you think, adults decide that, oh, I need to learn Swahili? But you know what? People learn languages for different reasons. So tell me, why have you chosen to learn Swahili? Why have you chosen to learn Swahili? Mhm. I know a lot of us here maybe have decided to learn Swahili because, of marriage or relationships, or maybe connecting with children or their grandchildren. That's why they'll just, you know, decide to learn Swahili. Another interesting one is that they want to travel to Kenya, Tanzania, or Uganda, or let's say one of the East African countries. Another one that is the one that is important here is, for career opportunities. I know most of us would decide to learn Swahili or a language because there's a career opportunity in knowing that particular language. Okay, another reason as to why adults may decide to learn Swahili is that communicate with friends or colleagues at work, where you want to say that you want to be in a position of um, at least even having a conversation with them. Another reason as to why an adult would learn Swahili it is reconnecting with their roots. Uh-huh. They want to reconnect to their roots. They want to know who they really are. They want to learn about their cultural heritage. And some may just decide to learn Swahili because of a personal growth. There are some people who say that I must learn a language after every 2 years, so that to have for just their personal growth and maybe a joy of learning. They like learning, and they did. Waswahili wanasema elimu ni bahari, where you keep on learning. Learning has no end. You keep on learning, and maybe to just enrich yourself. So that's why a lot of adults may decide to learn a language or may decide to learn Swahili to be specific. So I believe that a clear reason for one to really learn a language, it is, um, to actually stay motivated when even learning gets challenging, you know. A clear reason learning a language, will really help you to stay motivated even when it becomes difficult. If you have something that is really pushing you to do it, I know you will stay motivated, you know, when you are learning this language, or you continue staying motivated amidst of all the challenges that you will be facing when you are learning this particular language. So remember, you need to be motivated, and your motivation will only come from, you having a very clear reason as to why you are doing it. Yeah. So I want us to discuss challenges that actually adults face. Mm. It's just like even kids, when they're learning a new language. But one of the challenges that adults face when they're learning this new language, you know, they have a fear of, making mistake. Mhm. Many adults actually they worry about, sounding silly, and then that's when they'll hold back and say, if I start learning this language and then I try to speak and then, ooh, I sound silly, what will happen? Are they gonna laugh at me? So this adult fear sounding silly, so they hold back a little. And do you know, children, they're not afraid of making mistakes, but adults will overthink every sentence. But let me tell you today, if you're an adult and you are learning a language, mistakes are actually part of learning. So don't be afraid of making those mistakes. Make them until you become perfect. Now, I have a question for my viewers. Have you ever known the answer, but you actually stayed quiet because you are afraid of saying it wrong? Please type yes in the comment section, and then we'll see how many of us were really had an answer but decided to keep quiet because they did not want to sound silly, or they did not want to say it wrong. I know we have a lot of us here who are actually afraid of making mistakes, and some in most cases they keep holding back because they don't want people to laugh at them. Okay, please type it in the comment section. Tell us your experience. So let us continue with another challenge. Oh, this is a common one. Oh, I'm too old. I cannot learn a language. I'm past that. No, 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 no. Adults actually may learn differently, but they absolutely can learn. You know, adults may learn differently, but they can learn. Yeah? You're not too old for to learn a language. Yeah? So they bring discipline, life experience, and problem solving skills. Now, let's look at this example. Many people learn a second language while they are into adulthood. Hmm? So it is not, you're not too old, it is not too late. You can indeed still learn a language, and you can become fluent at it, and you can start communicating just like a native speaker. Yeah. So another challenge that is here. So we have said the first one we said fear of making mistake. The second one we say that they say that, oh, I'm too old, they cannot learn a language, and then the third one is lack of time. Mm. Many adults often say that I am too busy, I do not have time to learn. I work all day, I come home tired, I have kids that I need to cook to, that I need to tend to, you know. But do you know you only need 10 to 15 minutes a day? Did you know that? You only need 10 to 15 minutes a day and you are done. You don't need 3 hours. No, 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough. And you know how you're going to do this? You can practice some of the few Swahili phrases, during your commutes, when you're moving, during the day you're moving from one place to another, you're on transit, you can actually practice, during your commute. And then another thing that you can do, if you like exercising, you can actually listen something while you are exercising, and you can actually listen to something that is in that target language. You can actually listen something in Swahili during your exercise, and you'll keep on learning. And then you can also learn something while you are cooking. Mhm. Isn't that amazing? So we are trying to beat this notion of saying like I am busy, I work all day, I have kids. You can actually squeeze in 10 to 15 minutes to learn this, you know? So I want you to remember that consistency beats intensity. Mhm. Consistency beats intensity. Can you imagine doing, learning something new every day, you know, within 10 to 15 minutes every day? You are going to enrich your language vocabulary. Let me tell you, you're going to be confident in that particular language. So remember, it is consistency over intensity. And I believe with that, you are going to start doing well. Another challenge that adults face is that most of these adults actually try, to be perfect. You don't need that. Yeah, you don't need perfection when you are starting to learn a language. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you rather speak broken Swahili right now or be perfect in Swahili 5 years from now? Which one? Please type on the comment section which one you prefer. Is it speaking a broken Swahili right now and keep on trying, or waiting for you to be perfect and, you know, waiting for you to be perfect and speak Swahili in the next, 5 years from now? Which one is better? For me, I think I'd rather speak a broken one rather than, waiting to be perfect 5 years to come. Okay, I'm not saying that you'll be perfect in 5 years time. No, 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 that's not what I'm trying to say. But you'd rather speak a broken Swahili today than wait to be perfect 5 years from now. Okay, now those are the challenges that actually uh, adults face. So we have said one of them is they say that they're too old. The other one trying to be perfect. Um, what was the other one that we learned? Yes, trying to be perfect. Uh-huh. They think that they fear making mistakes. Okay, you can type on the comment section what else you have we have learned in this past few minutes of the challenges that adults have when trying to learn a new language. So something else that I want us to look at is the mistakes that they make. Okay, they have decided to learn this language, but what mistake are they making while learning this language? You know? So mistake number one is that most of these adults, they wait until they know enough. Imagine waiting until they know enough. Like they can't speak that little Swahili that they know. No, they want to wait until they know enough. That's when they can speak. But you know what the truth is, you learn by speaking. You learn by speaking. Don't wait until you know enough. That's when you can speak. Another mistake is that most of these adults, only use apps. Apps really help with vocabulary, grammar, but do you know what apps cannot replace? Apps can't replace conversation, yani real conversation with people, listening as well as the feedback. Yeah, apps would help, but they are only going to reinforce vocabulary as well as grammar. But for you to be a fluent speaker of that target language, you need to have real conversation with people. You need to listen to people. You need to have feedback. You know, when you're speaking, definitely you're getting feedback. Yeah. So through that, you are going to learn. So do not limit yourself only on using apps. Try have real conversation with the natives, and I believe that you will start getting better. But again, don't wait until you know enough. We learn by speaking. Okay, now let us look at another mistake that adults make. Mm. These adults have memorizing lists. Yeah, memorizing list. Do you know you can replace this? And you decide to learn words in context. For example, instead of learning, or instead of actually memorizing vocabularies, instead of just learning things like maji, chai, kahawa, use them in sentences. Uh-huh. Use them in sentences. That one is going to make it even better. Yeah. Don't just, memorize the list. Learn words in context. Okay. Use them in sentences, and I believe that it's going to be um, perfect for you as you continue learning. That adults make is that they study once a week. Hmm? Imagine studying once a week. Learning a language needs consistency. When you are consistent learning this particular language, you'll become better. Yeah. So, as we say then, 10 to 15 minutes daily is okay. We said consistency over intensity, or consistency. Have that motto with you, because it really help you as you learn a new language as an adult. Mhm. Another one that I have, and I have really experienced when teaching an adult, is this: when they translate everything. Hmm? Encouraging thinking directly in Swahili, you know, they keep on, each time they think of something, they translate. And that is a mistake that uh, these adults make. Now, after looking at the challenges, looking at the mistakes that adults make, what are the strategies that really, really, actually work? What works? What will help adults learn a language? Okay. Now, this is what you should do. Um, I hope maybe it will help. Now, you can change your phone language. By the way, you can change your phone language. Yes, so that it can be in Swahili. Yani, what we are trying to do here, it is bringing Swahili into your daily life. And by doing that, you can change your phone language. You can actually start listening to Swahili music, making it, your daily routine. Watch Swahili YouTube channels, because from there, I'm pretty sure you're going to learn um, so many vocabularies, and from whatever is being discussed there, you can learn some few words. Excuse me. And follow Swahili creators, see how they do it, and then you may actually label items in your house in Swahili. For example, let's say in the kitchen, you can label chumvi, mafuta, sukari, pilipili, mdalasini, aha, sufuria, kikombe, kisu. You can just try and, label those things that can be labeled. And with that, it becomes your daily routine. Okay. What do you think about that? Do you think you can change your phone language to Swahili instead of English? I know at first it's going to be hard, but as time goes by, it becomes even easier to understand. Yeah, it becomes easier for you to use them. So another thing or another strategy that we should embrace as adults who want to learn language, you know, let us use stories. Yeah, let us read stories and listen to stories that will help us, learn this language vocabulary naturally. And also, as we said, listening to songs because it improves pronunciation and memory retention. And then you also have you try to speak from day one. Please don't wait until you know enough. That's when you can actually speak. No. Even if you know a few, just like maybe habari, asante, tafadhali, use them. Use them with the people that are around you. And do you know you can actually even find a Swahili community? And learning is easier with others. So if you find a community, it is going to be very easy for you to learn from them. Another thing that you can do is to join classes. Join classes, you know, join, language groups, join conversation clubs. You can actually even join live streams like the way you are here with me. Because apart from this live stream that I have right now, I usually have another one where I engage with kids or people who want to learn Swahili. So we learn together. So they are actually of great help because it is from there that you are able to learn one or two things that are going to help you become fluent in Swahili. Now, I want us to talk about, myth and facts. Some few myth and facts that we have. Do you know? Uh-huh, there's a myth that we have that adults can't become fluent. That is a lie. Actually, adults can become, fluent through consistent practice. So if you're consistent in your practice, you are going to be fluent. So the only thing that we need here, it is consistency. Be consistent in your learning and you are going to be fluent in learning this particular language. Another myth that we have that maybe these learners or yeah these adult learners know, they know that I need a perfect accent. I need a perfect accent so that I can speak. No, I can tell you for a fact here that you don't need a perfect accent. So clear communication matters more than sounding as a native. A lot of people would really want to sound like natives, but let me tell you today, clear communication is the one that matters the most. It matters the most than even sounding like a native. So you don't need a perfect accent. No. You just need to have clear communication because it matters more than even sounding like a native. Mhm. Another myth that we have, it is like grammar comes first. No. The fact is that communication comes first. We need to communicate first and then the grammar bits, we are going to learn about it bit by bit. So do not think that you need to, know more in grammar and you forget that you have to speak first. Just, communicate first. And then we will help, or we are going to know, we will help in, the grammar parts. Another last myth that adults, or not even, yeah, let's just say, yeah, another myth that we have here is you need hours. You need hours every day to learn. No, you don't need hours. As I said earlier, you only need 10 to 15 minutes every day, and that one will be perfect, will just be enough. Yeah. So, and this we think we've been saying it since yesterday, or not even yesterday, since I started talking, having this live stream. We say that you only need, you know, you don't need like a lot of hours in learning. No, you only need, small, regular practice sessions. You know, those, they are often more sustainable. So small, regular practice sessions, they are perfect for you. You don't need to have like 2 hours or 3 hours of learning. No, just small, regular practice sessions are enough for you to grasp something and use it in your day to day communication. So let us not think that that is the only way we can learn a language. Okay, now we have learned, or we have been talking about if actually adults can learn a language. Yes, you can learn. If only you become consistent, if only you put it into your daily routine, if only, you know, you know that consistency beats intensity. Now, you are not too old for a language now. Mm-mm. You are not too old for a language. You are not actually even too busy. You are certainly you are certainly not incapable of learning Swahili. Mm-mm. You know, every fluent speaker started exactly where you are today. Yeah. Those people that you see are fluent speakers in Swahili, they started exactly where you are today. They started with just one word, one conversation, and just one brave step where they said, I must learn this particular language. I must become fluent. I am going to dedicate 10 to 15 minutes of my day to learn this particular language. That is what they did. One brave step with just one word and just one conversation. And they are now fluent speakers. Is that really hard? Do you think it's hard for you to do? Well, I don't think it is. If you really want to do it anyway. Now, if today's live stream encouraged you to keep learning with us, whether you're just starting or you already know a few words, uh-huh, there is actually a place for you in our community. There is a place for you in our Swahili community. Please patronize us, send us messages, let us have conversations together, and let us know how we can actually help you become a fluent speaker so that you can actually sound like a native. Okay. And parents who are here and they think that they would also want to give their children the gift of Swahili, Tayari.live has a Swahili camp in Diani this coming August from 16th to 28th of August in Diani, Upani. This is something you wouldn't want to miss because it's going to be an exciting camp that your kids will keep on talking about it for a lifetime. So, remember to send us a message. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so that you'll be getting notification whenever we go live because I know these sessions are actually very, very educative. I can't wait to see you in my next live. And I am waiting for your messages so that you can start this new journey of you learning Swahili. Remember, it is consistency over intensity. Kwaheri.
Ah.